Congratulations, it's mathematically back in your own hands now. What a win this afternoon.
Yes, and that's what we wanted to do today. Obviously win the game, but we wanted to put it back in our hands. So yes, mathematically it is. So our priority now switches. We've got to enjoy it for a little bit, I know that, but our priority now switches now to Tuesday, because this will mean nothing if we don't show up like we did today.
And not just 3 great goals, you seem to get a 90-minute performance today.
Yeah, it's the players have been giving everything. There's been circumstance around a few different results, but today, to a man, they were excellent. They worked ever so hard. I've challenged them. I believe within the squad there's a bit of a strength. So I wanted to challenge them. I wanted to put them under probably a little bit more pressure than what I should have done. But I wanted to challenge them to see where they're at. And I'm going to have to do that again, because it's a great result, an excellent performance, and it's what we needed at the right time. And I've got to challenge the boys again. I'll be telling them this, and I've told them that. Yeah. I'm really pleased with them. Don't get me wrong, and I want to. But at the same time, we have to shift our focus. Yeah. We have to really move, because it's a quick turnaround. So I've got to challenge them again to come and replicate what we've done today against a different opposition and a different sort of way of playing. But they stood up to the challenge today, and I'm going to ask them if they got that again. And that's my challenge to them, and I've got to also do my bit, which I will, but I'm going to have to put them under a little bit more pressure.
Well, you talk about pressure. They played so positively. They played as if they weren't under pressure. They were quite free out there. It was a big battle in the second half as well, wasn't it? Physically.
Yeah. Again, we had a meeting again last night, and we spoke about quite emotive conversations, and I put a question to them, and I wanted them to answer to me, and they have done, and there's a reason why they're doing this, and they've all got reasons why we wanted to get results, not just today, but in these next three performances. So I'd like to think that they've got other reasons why they want this. They want to perform like they have done today, and again I've got to touch on that for Tuesday. But it was, like you say, a pressurised game. But Tuesday's going to be the same. So I have to challenge them again, and I have to keep driving. I said, enjoy the win, enjoy winning. But ultimately, lads, listen, we haven't done anything. We give ourselves another game to save ourselves. So don't get, in a week's time we can celebrate you. So at the moment, right at this moment in time, well done. I give you praise. I'm proud of the performance. I'm really proud. But ultimately, listen, we've still got a job to do here, and we've got to make sure that we show up again on Tuesday with the same energy, same commitment, same mindset, and I'm sure they will. I've got to make sure of that. So I've got to again challenge them.
And it's Marine again here at Edgar Street. Will the win there have any bearing on this game on Tuesday, do you think?
Yeah, well, what it does is it gives us an idea of what we're coming up against, and the players will know what they're going to face. Now, they might change 1 or 2 personnel, but they're not going to change completely. So, pardon me. So we do know what we're coming up against. So that challenge to them is, you've beaten them once, can you beat them twice? And that's what I've got to make sure that we know exactly what we're coming up against, and so they are aware. But they've got to make sure that we show up with the same energy, commitment, desire, reasons, like we did today.
Mate, congratulations. Thanks very much, Alan.
Thank you very much.
Could I just ask, pretty brutal out there today. Did you think the referee was perhaps a bit lenient?
It's a loaded question. It's a loaded question. Well, this is a physical game from both sides, and we had to stand up to that. There was challenges that should have been punished further, probably, but ultimately they still had a red card, and there was some soft yellows, but there were some yellows that could have been either way, and that's on both sides, because we had to fight back. and the boys did. And ultimately, when you come up against the challenge like we did today, we have to make sure that we stand up to it, and the boys did, and that's what I was really proud with.
And any reports of no injuries?
No,
but there's some bruising.
A few cuts and scrapes, but no major injuries, no major concerns going into Tuesday night.
And finally from me, when the referee came over to you, or not necessarily you, but to the
Dugouts, yeah.
End of the first half, what was that all about?
At the end of the first half? Well, what it was is, it's a high pressurised game from our point of view, so there's obviously passions running high from both sides, and the ref just come over to try and calm it down. Really, that's all he did. Try to calm it down, and then we go about our way. But obviously, there's a reason why we're frustrated, because from both sides, because decisions go against both of you, and you get frustrated.
Thank you.
You spoke about the need on Tuesday to get the players back into the changing room quickly, nip the negativity in the bud. Do you think that really, you got the fruits of that in the first half today?
I hope so. I really hope that it shift the focus and shift the mindset from disappointment to positivity and looking forward to today. And we knew that if we got a result today, we could have tipped it back into our hands, which we have. And I want you to keep this on. I want to pay a special tribute to the supporters. Again, I'm challenging the players because I need them to show up, and I need them to recover and get going and ready for Tuesday. But I also need our supporters to come. They were excellent today, and we've only done a third of the job. And I'm going to say that to the players. But I'm challenging the supporters. Come and make some noise, like you have done all season. But come again, please come again. Please help us. We'll do everything we can. But that extra support that we're getting could be the difference. And I'm so grateful for how loud they were and how proud they were today. But we're going to need them again. I'm going to challenge the players. So thank you. But come on, we all come again. Everyone come again, and let's do it all over again on Tuesday.
There was a period around the hour mark where Mikey got booked, Carl got booked, things were getting heated, and you brought Mikey off. Was that with Tuesday in the back of your mind about keeping 11 players on the pitch being paramount?
Definitely keeping 11 players on the pitch, and we've learned that in recent weeks that can be a hamstring, Achilles heel for you if you do. And I trust Mikey. I didn't trust the people making the decisions in the middle of the park. That's what I didn't trust. So I have to be careful. And Hoodie and Kyle and Prezi, experienced players. It just takes one, mistake from Mikey, honest mistake, and so that was the reason. But at the same time, I thought Willow could give us at the top end of the pitch some experience, and he holds the ball up well. He can lead the group, and Willow done excellent when he came on, and I was really impressed with him. So really happy with Mike, really happy with everybody. But yeah, decisions I have to make, and today got them right. So hopefully we do that on Tuesday.
And George is up to 10 goals. I think he's claiming the second one. He's back on the goal trail just at the right time, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And he's been great for us. Even when he's not scored, he runs the line well and he leads the line well, and he's constant energy at the top end of the pitch. And yeah, so it's a good time for him to get a couple of goals. And but again, I'm gonna have to keep challenging people and challenge him. Can we come again Tuesday? Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Well done.